Hi, my name is Mark Polton. I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. I'm the no frills, no thrills real estate investor. You won't find a nice shiny car, uh, behind me when I'm shooting a video, and you won't have a well decorated office or something when I'm trying to convey my thoughts on any particular subject. Today, I wanted to talk about fear and also the very first house that I ever purchased. So, the first house I ever purchased was in late 2007. It was up by the university here in Charlotte. It was a foreclosure. It was 92 to $95,000. I don't know. Um, my ex-wife and I had saved our pennies and saved our dimes, and we had paid for our house that we had custom built here and had some money left over. Uh, the realtor who sold us our house here said, "Hey, this is a good deal." And like I had mentioned that I wanted to get into real estate investing. And I didn't know anything about it. I had listened to a radio station in the New Jersey area, and on Sundays, a guy would come on for a couple hours and talk about real estate investing. And, it kind of fascinated me, piqued my curiosity. Went and did a 3-day course with him, still didn't know anything, but knew a little bit more about it. And still remember some of the lessons learned there. They didn't sink in, nor did they the significance of a lot of what they were saying mean anything into me until much later on in my investing career. But those little tidbits, you can look back and go, understand what this person was saying at that time. The driving feature, I bought on the MLS. One of the selling features, was that it had a garbage disposal, which, by the way, didn't work. It also had a dishwasher, which didn't work. And in general, it was just kind of a pretty nasty home. But I bought it anyways and started fixing it and had no idea what I was doing. So this kind of goes to fear. I'm a big observer of people. I like to people watch. I like to see what motivates people or why people do a specific thing. And I've come to the conclusion that most people live in a state of fear. Take the IRS, for example. Most people fear the IRS. I used to fear the IRS. I don't anymore. I do my taxes. I tend to do them a little aggressive. And if I ever get called out on it, I'm going to lose anyways. So, you know, might as well try and see what you can get away with. And I didn't really mean that by what you can get away with, but because not even the tax code, nobody at the IRS can tell you really what's in the tax code and really what you owe. So it's going to be a negotiation. They're going to find something. You're going to have to pay something. So just go with what you think you can do and what you think is right. Don't be unethical. Anyways, IRS is a great example of fear. People stay in bad marriages because they're more afraid of something new than the pain and suffering that they have in that particular marriage. Most people don't act in trying to succeed and trying to go out there and make something of themselves because they're scared and they can't get over that scare. That fear that is holding them back, that is actually crippling them. After my divorce and going through different coaching courses and stuff like that, I decided and vowed to never let fear be a reason I don't do something again. Well, I've done a pretty decent job of that. Anyways, fast forward to now. I don't. I'm not scared of any deal. Um, I don't know a lot in different areas of real estate, and that's one of the reasons I like real estate so much. Is you don't have to know everything about real estate. You don't even have to know 20% about how real estate works to be successful. You just got to know maybe your 5% of it, and you have to know it well that you're working in. I have a coworker at my W-2 job. He likes condos. I couldn't even fathom owning condos, but he likes it and it works for him, and he knows how it works. And he doesn't have to worry about exterior maintenance and roofs and stuff like that, where we have to worry about siding and roofs and stuff. But this is what I know. I don't like HOAs. He apparently doesn't mind HOAs. And if somebody comes to me with a deal that is just messed up, say you have a particular house. The owner died. There's never went through probate. I'll tell you one of them right now. We bought, and it was scheduled for demolition. The owner had died, had no kids, and never went through probate. So, what do you do? Most people would be like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that." I'm like, "Okay, well, how can we do that?" That's what I ask. It's not we can't do this. It's how can we? And I contacted a lawyer at a title company who's since become our lawyer that we're going to use simply because he took the time out of his busy day to help us. We paid him, but he took the time to help us and answer my questions and help me understand which statutes in the law apply in this particular case. And with the help of a wholesaler who brought the deal, the wholesaler and I learned how to uh, take title from all the different heirs and who has an interest in the property. It's a mess. Took some time. Took a lot of time. But I wasn't scared to do this deal. This home was scheduled for demolition. It was going to be torn down. We probably sunk 20 grand into it. Got it super duper cheap. Rents for 1220. 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. Beautiful house in a pretty good neighborhood. I have a family of four in there, and they are tickled pink. They love it. Um, and the city's happy because they didn't have to tear down this particular home. There's not enough affordable housing in the Charlotte area now. And if they had torn that down, that's one less problem or one less home that would be available. Not to mention there'd be an empty lot, which the tax value of an empty lot is almost, you might as well say zero. And all it does is attract problems. No one's going to mow it. Trash will end up on there, yada, yada, yada. So, in summary, I guess, don't let fear be a reason why you don't do something. And fear typically arises from lack of knowledge. You know, I don't fear these types of deals anymore because I took the time to learn about them and what it takes to make these deals happen. Real estate's the same way. Once you get into it and you start to learn how real estate works, you no longer fear it. So fear comes from ignorance. Anyways, oh, one last thing. Ignorance is something that you have control over. You can get educated. There's a wealth of free information on the internet, on the YouTubes, at your local library. You can go to Barnes and Noble, assuming they still have those, and sit down and read every real estate book in there and never have to buy it. So the wealth of information, if you're willing to take the time, is pretty much unlimited. Anyways, I hope you go out there and I hope you live the you won't stop me lifestyle because I can tell you this, you will not stop me. I will be successful. It doesn't matter if you take it all away, I will get it all back. Have a good day.